Hello, beautiful, magical being. You are right on time for this conversation. This conversation that is taking place in the quantum. That's why you felt called to click on it. You recognized your essence. You recognized your signature, for lack of a better word. You recognized the higher frequency of self that is contained within this video. And you followed the call, and now you are here, now, ready to receive what you have to say to you. I have no idea what is going to come through today. I know that today is Leo. Is it full moon or a new moon? This is being recorded, the time of recording is the 25th of July 2025. Lots of 25s there. Might be an interesting, might be relevant for someone I'm hearing. But this is truly the like I'm hearing the choice portal. 111 as this is coming through. This is where you get to choose to be in devotion to you. I'm hearing that with, I'm just going to go the full moon, new moon, because straight after full is generally new moon. So the full moon, new moon, which is leading up to the Lion's Gate portal, which I think opens up on the 28th. I'm not 100% sure. I think it actually opens up with the new moon. So the 26th, which would be tomorrow, 144 as this is coming through. It is the portal of you, where you choosing you and the choices that it doesn't really matter what choices you're making as long as you're being authentic to you. I'm hearing that for many of you, you've talked yourself out of following through on a lot of I'm trying to make sense of what's coming through, and it's coming through really, really quickly. It's like there's so many streams of consciousness, and I'm kind of being pulled in a few directions. So I think what I'm going to do for you is to go into trance, which will allow all of this to come through a little bit easier. And the cards will probably come out. Sometimes I find that they ground the message and its direction for my human. Okay, so what I can say before going into channeled message, just so that you can get a feel whether this is for you or whether you choose it to be for you, is that you choosing you, and each time you do, it's like magnified. It becomes, instead of a portal like this, it's like a portal with huge ripple effects across dimensions and time and space and place. And the next 3 weeks, starting from tomorrow, leading up to the Lion's Gate portal, which is on the 8th of August. So it's an 8-8 portal. It's an abundance portal. The more you choose you, the more abundance comes through. It just is. That's how it's coming through. And it is, I'm hearing it's like a non-negotiable. The abundance is coming in for you regardless. This is what I'm hearing. But each time that you choose not to choose you in a way that you know you should, because this is what is in the background of this message, is that many of you have been choosing you, but there are still some things that you are negotiating with yourself or compromising with yourself. But negotiating is coming through very, very strongly. This talking yourself out of the decision that you've made, that, oh no, maybe this back and forth, but this talking yourself out of it, or out of things. So there seems to be like a 1 step forward and a 1 step back, and 2 steps forward and 2 steps back, and that's fine. This message has found you to remind you and to confirm to you that you, in your sovereignty, you are unshakable, you are unbreakable, and it is in your sovereignty that you truly get to play with they're giving me identity, but it's more than that, because you are more than an identity. Like, but the character that you came here to play, the more that you stand in your sovereignty, free from the limitations you have previously placed on yourself, or that you've allowed others to previously place on you. Standing in your sovereignty and your truth is how you remember the character that you came here to play on earth. Like yes, you have your human identity, whatever your name is, and all the things that you attach to as while you were playing that role, when you thought that was all you were. And when you woke up to the truth that you were more, your identity became fluid, because you knew that you were more than what you had previously not truly believed, because you've always known, but what you allowed yourself to believe. There was conditioning, and that is part of breaking free from the illusion. But you are beyond the conditioning, you are beyond it. This is why this you're talking yourself out of it, or you're talking yourself into it. But there seems to be a conversation that is taking place in the mind space, and I just got a pop up on my screen going, what are you attuning to? When you choose to play in this paradigm, to do this thing or behave in this way or have that conversation, it could be something as simple, and I say simple, but it is simple, but if you are experiencing it, I know that it is not simple at all. If you are in a relationship dynamic or a power struggle where you are always trying to get them to see you the way that you are, or understand you, or anything where you are trying, where it is not easy, this is, sorry, they're just giving me a lot, and I'm just translating it. Just give me a moment. When we are triggered in situations, and it's usually by people, places, or things, but here I'm feeling it with what they're giving me. Let's just stick with people, makes it a bit easier. An animal would work too in this scenario, because what they're giving me is stop chasing the snake. So I'm seeing and feeling like a trigger moment, a trigger point, or multiple trigger points, and then this reenactment, the same act over and over again. So triggered, and then you're triggered into a childhood core belief where you now reenact this belief, where you feel that you are unworthy, or that the only way that you can receive love is if you fight for it, if you chase it, if you work for it, if you are deserving of it. But you have always been deserving. And it's time for you to see and know and be that now. And you don't have to be that. You don't have to change anything. It's something that you get to know and anchor in as truth. Something that you get to embody eternally. That you are worthy of everything and more. So you are really being called to do things in a way that you have never done before. You are being called to guide your ego. You're being called to check your ego. You're being called to work with your human and the conditioning that it experienced prior to knowing the truth. Only the now matters, friends. It's what you choose in the now that changes everything. Shunning yourself for a past now used choice is not the way forward. If a choice was made, then it was perfect. And now what? If you accept everything as perfect and you go from there, where is it that you go? What is it that you feel called to do? If you knew that not only were you walking on a tightrope where if you fell, there would be trampolines that catch you. What happens if those trampolines were magical trampolines that didn't just catch you because you took the risk, because you chose to answer the call to walk on that tightrope? When you fall, it doesn't just catch you, it transports you. It's like you hit the mat or you hit the net, and it bounces you into your highest timeline. It bounces you to where you truly desire to be, where you yearn to be, your heaven on earth. The beginnings of it, the path, the yellow brick road, like the start of the yellow brick road, because you are creating your dream reality with Source now. And it is through the trust, through the surrender. I'm being called to just pull a card from this deck. So funny. Being called to pull a card from this deck, but actually the card came out. Like, there's the deck, and it is surrender. I'm actually going to read from the book, 1111. I'm going to read from the book because you have got to drop some stuff, and you've got to drop it knowing that everything is perfect. So let's see what this book has for you, and then if any of this resonates with you, I will bring out the cards in just a moment. Liberty Cap. Okay, the disempowered Liberty Cap doesn't allow for intuition, pottering, or time to dream because they want to achieve their human goals as quickly as possible. They will never give in and never give up and will keep knocking on closed doors. This reminds me of something for you. They have decided what their life plan is, and there is no deviating from their rigid schedule. They must stick to this plan. There is a logical progression of things to cross off their to-do list so they can be seen as successful. They are locked in their minds, trying to use willpower and force to create things and not allowing for creativity, insight, or new experiences. I apologize if that read very badly. It felt like it did not roll off my tongue. The antidote. Liberty must realize that the universe has a plan for them that may not fit their inflexible ideas about how their life should pan out. An empowered Liberty surrenders and lets go, allowing their higher self to be in charge. They may go on many magical side adventures and might not achieve their goals as quickly as they would like, but they must trust that what is meant for them will come to them. As Lao Tzu said, by letting go, it all gets done. The world is won by those that let it go. But if you try and try, the world is beyond winning. Okay, so before we ground ourselves in this magical now, this also reminded me of something that occurred yesterday when I was recording for you guys. If you watched the video in its entirety, you would have seen that I had to stop recording. Well, I didn't stop. My phone stopped. It said, it's done this before for you guys, where Source has literally interrupted a message, 911 as this is coming through. This time it was even more, I want to say, intense, to the point that when I came just before recording to check that there was space on my phone, and suddenly there was all the space I'd made yesterday that just wasn't working. So I made space, my phone was empty, I recorded, and suddenly I've got a pop-up going, storage full. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. And I start deleting old videos, making more space, and nothing was shifting this thing, nothing. I could not record for a good 15 minutes. I even turned my phone off and on. Eventually, somehow, I managed to open up like just enough space to finish the recording and then edit and upload it. And when I checked to make sure that there was space on my phone this morning, lo and behold, there was so much space. So this is coming through now because this can be seen and experienced, and it is going to be seen and experienced by you guys in different ways, but they're bringing two ways to my attention, or to your attention. So the one is that the ways in which you think you are making space is not actually making space. This not reinforces, but this confirms the message of you're talking yourself out of it. Like there are areas in your life where you know you need to make space, So what I'm seeing is a lot of action, but the action that you are taking, because it is truly not resonant and truly not in alignment with what the now you truly wants, desires, and is called to do and be, you're nothing that you do will make that space. You cannot, there's no compromise here. This is what I'm hearing. There's no compromise here. It is a non-negotiable whatever this thing or things are for you. Like I said, maybe it is an object outside of you. Maybe it is a way of being or a way of thinking or a mindset. Maybe you find yourself always blaming others. Like if something goes wrong, your immediate thought or immediate response is somebody else's fault, even though you know it isn't. So there is really paying attention and listening to what the truth of you has to say to you. The other way that this is coming through is that you have made the space. And this is, I'm getting chills, I'm getting confirmation here. I'm getting that a decision has been made. And this is why the surrender card has come up. For some of you, a decision has been made, come hell or high water, because you know that the hell or the high water will not come. It's like you've settled your fears. I'm getting huge chills. This is wonderful for you guys. You've settled the fears. You've settled many fears, and you're like, okay. And this is where you're stepping, I'm hearing, stepping into what, I don't know if this exists, but I am in the process of creating this sort of platform called The Alchemist's Way. I still need to double check the title, but you're stepping into the path of the alchemist. And that is truly where you know that the now you has everything required to meet the now. And not just meet the now, to use the now in all that it offers you, to play with the now, to alchemize in the now, right? It's that you don't need to think about anything to face it. You have everything. The now you has everything you need in each now moment to face whatever your now is reflecting to you, whatever you're experiencing in the now. And this is where the surrender comes in, friends. It's surrendering to yourself, right? Knowing that you got this, that you have everything you need to not just tackle whatever the now is presenting you with, but to I can't put into words what I'm seeing, but like the best way is to sort of make it explode. I'm seeing it change and I cannot find the words for it. But this is, I guess maybe that's the alchemy that is occurring in many ways, but it is you truly stepping into your ability as the divine you that you are, and as well as into your co-creative ability with source. And this is inherent. You have been co-creating your reality with source since you came into this world, and everything has worked out for you in some way or form. It has. Everything is always working out for you. Your past is perfect. You can choose to play in the paradigm where your past is not perfect. That's absolutely fine. But then there is just more for you to remember, and more you will experience more of, I want to say, the fourth dimensional experience, which is your reality will one as this is coming through, your reality will reflect more and more to you that which is not true. It's how it works. So you can play in that paradigm, but eventually everything will circle back and you will find yourself with another big opportunity to break free from the illusion that you were never free at all. Okay. Any of this resonates with you, friends? My name is Angela. I channel Source Consciousness for you guys daily, at least once a day. And thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for co-creating this message with me, with us today. If you feel that this is for you, then I ask you now, please, to ground yourself with your breath, breathing in fully. Okay, let's do that again. Breathing in through your nose, fully and completely, opening up to receive. Holding for a moment at the source of you, in your heart center, before fully surrendering on each exhale. Very interesting energy. Continuing to breathe at your own pace. Breathe as many times as you feel called to. I find 5 is a good number. Okay. So I am definitely feeling busyness, just from the energy of the deck. Busyness, but like really... Okay, I got huge chills when I picked up this 10 of strength. I'm sorry, this 10 of intelligence, which is the 10 of swords. I really got chills. It's coming out with the 6 of strength, which is the 6 of wands, which is you in your light, 2112, so 2112, so palindrome. You in your light, in your power, in your trust. When you are co-creating with Source, this is very much you tapping into your creation center. For some of you, it's very much coming from the heart. For others, it's coming from your sacral. I'm hearing, regardless, this is your source of. It's something. It's almost like your source of anchoring is what is coming through. Your source of anchoring at this time, and this time is the time for endings, but it's now time to accept that the ending is over. It's like they've been playing this dance for so long, and it's she knows that she has to put these fears to rest, to bed. Right? This man, that shadow, are they the same? Is she imagining that things are worse than they are? Is she not allowing things to be? So what I'm seeing here in this imagery is that as you, I think her eyes are closed. It's like she's got her eyes closed, she's got her weapon out, and she knows if anything comes that she needs to take care of, the now her will do so. I'm really hearing putting fears to bed. And it's like these fears, many of them are rooted in you concerning yourself with the thoughts of others. You concerning yourself with the thoughts of others. And this has been a sinker, something that has held you back, not an anchor. Something that has held you from completely dropping. Is a sinker the right word? I haven't been fishing in many years, but the thing that you put on top so that your line doesn't completely just drop in the water, so that it sort of floats a little bit. A sinker, I know. Anyway, there's a whole contraption. There's a whole bunch of things that you put onto your fishing line to sort of make it more believable for the fish to think that the food is alive in the water. But basically what I'm seeing is that you have used multiple floaty devices, whatever word works for you, to keep you from fully sinking into your truth. This will be confirmation for you. You know, it's almost like what I'm seeing and hearing is that you know that this glass ceiling, this thing that you are scared or were scared to do or to put away or to say goodbye to or whatever, it'll be different for everyone, but essentially it truly is. I'm seeing a drawer shut and the key go in and lock. It's like you're closing the chapter, you're closing the book, I'm also seeing that it's like almost like an accounting thing, like it's an end of cycle and you're physically closing it in the book, like but balancing the whatever, like it's done in the numbers, it's finished in its entirety, it's played out. there's nothing more for it to do. And we also have here the 9 of intelligence, and this is what I'm seeing you and feeling you in. Before I talk, I want to pick the cards up off the floor. So we have the 8 of wisdom, the 8 of cups, the so beautiful for you guys. We have the 8 of cups, we have the chariot, and we have the hanged man. The massive, massive release, massive, massive surrender. Like, you are truly at a point of catching yourself in the now, of anchoring yourself in the now. Things are truly shifting with this 9 of intelligence, this 9 of swords, and the Queen of charisma. This is all, how do I put this? All the cards that have come through confirm 3 things, and I'm going to just run them through quickly without the message getting too complicated or feeling complicated, or you feeling overwhelmed by the message. Here are some truths. There are 3 truths that have come through in this message. The first is that through your creations and your co-creative play with Source, you bring in miracles for yourself and for others. Trusting Source in this area of your life helps you bring in the surrender into all the other areas of your life. It really is a playground. It's like you get to play and co-create with Source in a whole new way, starting now. And you get to experience the divine compensation for those choices. And as a beautiful byproduct of that lovely, lovely co-creative experience with Source, you will experience more and more the way that is for you. And this, as you remember more and more the way that you came here to exist and be here on earth, I'm hearing that the more you remember, the more you surrender. Makes sense, right? The more you remember, the more you surrender. And this is about bottom energy I'm being called to. The 7 of wisdom. This is about surrender. But in the surrender, it's like pausing in the surrender. I feel like many of you are, you know, but like they brought through at the beginning, or at some stage in the beginning of the message, the chasing the snake for the antidote. I don't think they quite finished that thought. Are you behaving in a way where you're doing something and you're like, why am I doing that? The imagery, it's not new imagery, but if you're bitten by a snake, what do? Do you run and chase after the snake and go, snake, why did you bite me? That wasn't nice. But you need an antidote. Or do you go after the antidote and save yourself? It's like, which part of you is more in the driver's seat at this juncture that you find yourself in? That's there. I'm just hearing, like, focus, pay attention to the things that you are doing on autopilot. These are some of the things that will assist you. Letting these things go are some of the ways that will assist you greatest at this time. For they are old paradigms and old behaviors and old patterning up for alchemy and release. Okay. This surrender that you are experiencing, like I said, I'm feeling that many of you have surrendered, are surrendering, but in the waiting to receive, the mind comes in. And I'm being called to these 2 figures on the chariot. The mind comes in, and when the mind is active, time does not collapse and things move slower. So the more you are focused on the thing that you are doing, as opposed to just creating the thing and then going where you are called to next, or doing what you are called to do next, leaving whatever you have just done exactly where it is meant to be in the past. Even if it is something that you are proud of, something that you're excited about, one can ask themselves the question of why. Because when there is massive, massive excitement, there is often a massive, massive expectation. When there is huge anxiety, there is often a massive expectation, one that you may not be being 100% honest with yourself about. This is coming through quite strongly, and it's coming through at 333. So this is allowing your creations to be what they were meant to be, free from your watchful eye. Okay, let's shuffle and see if there's anything else, but I have a feeling that might be it today. Although, how many times have I said that? And that's not the case. I love this. The Two of Charisma. With this Queen of Charisma, the Queen of Pentacles, I'm reminded to tell you that only you can create that which you came here to create. Nobody else can create it. Nobody else has the recipe. Nobody else has the experience. Nobody else has the coding. Nobody else has anything. Only you. And they're just reminding you here with this Two of Charisma, this Two of Pentacles, that you are the choice in every two. When something presents itself to you in your reality, you, 144, this is coming through, you are the choice in every two. Whatever is presenting itself to you, choose how the now you would like to do things, and not the past now you. You are really being called to choose your way fully, completely, deeply, and to deeply devote to yourself, to deeply, deeply devote to yourself in every now. But at least I'm hearing for at least 11 minutes every day, devote time to you, for you, free from everything else, and start there. Okay, beautiful divine ones, thank you for co-creating this message with us today. Thank you for your focus, your time, your energy, your love, for your commitment to yourself. Thank you for loving yourself in a whole new way. Have a beautiful, magical now. Bye-bye.